Okay, hello you beautiful people, welcome back. So today I wasn't really actually going to do an Ondo video, but recently in the last specifically 24 hours, we have seen some very interesting rumors. And in case you're not active on social media, you should note that Ondo is reportedly considering an acquisition worth roughly between 250 to, I would say this number is actually more likely, $500 million. And the first question that most people naturally going to ask is this: how does a company that raised only $24 million in venture funding can afford this acquisition? Well, that's the thing. This is actually where you and I as Ondo investors should care about what is going on in here, because the answer is that Ondo's real war chest isn't actually cash. You see, it's actually their own Ondo token reserves. The same way that large public companies use their stock as acquisition currency, if this acquisition is going to happen, Ondo is probably going to implement the same strategy, meaning Ondo actually can deploy their own token treasury to fund deals. And when you consider that way, yeah, all of a sudden a $500 million acquisition sounds actually very much doable, no problem at all. Now, let's talk a little bit about the target sector in here, because is, I think, very important, and it's actually wealthtechs. We are talking about platforms that serve financial advisors, registered investment advisors, and also high net worth clients. And that choice is very much, I would argue, deliberate from Ondo's side, because Ondo already has the asset layer. We are talking about tokenized treasuries, tokenized stocks, tokenized ETFs, cross-border settlement rails, and institutional partnerships with JP Morgan, SBI, Franklin Templeton, so on and so forth. We have talked about the partnerships in many videos. Now, what is still missing in this puzzle is the direct access to $30+ trillion wealth management industry, an RIA license that allows managing client money directly, and also an established advisor distribution network. A wealthtech acquisition solves these issues all at the same time, and this isn't even like Ondo's first M&A move. No, you should note that they already acquired Oasis Pro Markets back in September of last year, so this isn't really necessarily like a new move that Ondo is considering. Although, I want to be very clear, Ondo themselves actually sort of kind of rejected this situation. They said, no, that's just a rumor. However, yeah, you know what? I do have a hard time believing this is going to be the case. I think something is going on in here, and whether they are going to actually go through with this or not, I guess fair enough, that can be a little bit up for debate, but I don't really believe this rumor was 100% made out of thin air. I don't really think that's a thing. Now, let's talk about the risks in here, because they are very much real and worth saying clearly. You see, if Ondo uses tokens to fund this deal, unfortunately, existing holders probably going to bear the dilution without receiving any kind of revenue that the acquisition is going to generate, because it's very important to note that Ondo, so far to this date, I'm going to get to that in a minute, so far to this date is actually only a governance token with no direct fee capture from the business. Now, here's the thing, a fee switch model that would actually route protocol revenue to holders has been discussed in the community for the second half of 2026, but very important point, it's not 100% confirmed yet, and investors need to vote on this thing, okay? So right now, Ondo is only a governance token, and if they are going to go through with that acquisition, I'm not really sure if the current model is going to stand. We are going to benefit from that acquisition as Ondo investment, but if they actually vote on the fee switch model, okay, that is going to be a bit of a different story, and maybe, sure, in like very short time, we are going to suffer through a token dilution phase. However, overall, this acquisition, I think it's going to bring a whole lot of revenue in Ondo's way, and if those guys are gonna vote yes on the free switch model, overall, I think we are actually going to benefit from this partnership. So you see, it's not necessarily all sunshine and rainbows, and we should understand both sides of the story. Now, as my final point, let's talk a little bit about the strategic vision in here, because it's actually genuinely exciting. You see, look at Ondo's entire arc. First, they built the asset layer. Then They built the execution layer with Ondo perps and also Ondo network, which we talked about literally in the last video. And now maybe they are targeting the distribution layer through wealth management. Again, if this works, Ondo is gonna have access to a huge market, reportedly $30 trillion market. And that could honestly make Ondo a huge player in the crypto space. And who knows, maybe in the long run, we are going to see some unbelievable price appreciation waves for this token. But again, it just depends on the whole free switch model situation, which I think we are going to get the answer to this proposal in about a couple of months. If they vote yes, no problem at all. Let's go through with this acquisition, and maybe in like very short term, we are going to witness some moves on the downside. But honestly, I care about the long-term vision of Ondo. If you are voting yes on this proposal, and at the same time, you're going to go through with your acquisition, no problem at all. I think overall, this is going to be extremely bullish for us as Ondo investors. So this was a very important piece of Ondo news that I wanted to talk to you about. Now, with all that said, let's go on the live chart and see what is going on in the short term. And honestly, it seems like that every single thing that we talked about in the last update, yeah, so far is playing out. And I would argue we are probably going to continue this phase to the downside. And I got two reasons for it. Number one comes down to the news, and specifically the news around the whole Middle East situation. And in case you missed it, a couple of minutes ago, White House actually decided to maybe do in the interest of not really getting into any trouble in YouTube, let's say, they decided to once again start another conflict that is predicted to take maybe 2 weeks maximum, sometime in that area. And if they are going to do this, I'm gonna say probably by the first couple of days, we are going to witness some moves on the downside, not only in the crypto space and altcoins and specifically Ondo, but probably, yeah, I would argue maybe in gold as well, and also seriously a stock market. And did you see the Fed holding rates and at the same time DXY dollar index going down, and yet yields decided to go up big time? In 10-year, we are right now above 4.7%, which is a seriously dangerous level. And whenever you are seeing yields going up and the native currency going down, guys, that is actually emerging market behavior. That means investors are not really comfortable holding dollars, and that suggests what? Yeah, they are probably going to buy other assets, including gold, BTC, if they are doing well, maybe to a degree some altcoins. So overall, I view this situation as positive for markets. However, in like very short term, no, this, if it continues, it may actually break something, which is going to cause a relatively strong move on the downside. And then at that point, yeah, probably the Federal Reserve is going to intervene and then jack the prices higher and higher. It's basically the situation that we had, I believe, in March of 2020. Definitely do a bit of a research on that one. But when it comes to like the very short-term price action, specifically the next couple of days, yeah, I'm gonna say because of the news, we could continue this phase to the downside. Reason number two for why I want to argue this move down can continue a little bit more comes down to Elliott's phase. You see, in the previous Ondo video, we talked about the possibility of having either an A, B, C, D, E triangle, meaning what? Probably in the next coming days, we are going to hang around in this area a bit more. And at the same time, we also talked about the possibility of, an A, B, C expanded flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move down into a correction for B, which in it we are going to take this important initial high and then a rather strong move down into our C leg, and in it we are going to take the low of our A leg. And for our sub waves, okay, ABC down into A, ABC up into B, followed by a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into C. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is going on in here. So here's the deal. I do think there's a very high chance we are having in here a zigzag down to about this point, followed by a zigzag on the upside, maybe even the end of our B leg. It's going to be right in here in form of a triangle. And what's happening in this area? You see, there is a chance that in Ondo, we are having a wave 1, correction for 2, and then what? Yep, you know it, another move down into wave 3, 4, 5 in order to take this low about 37 cents. Maybe we're going to go just a little bit lower, but then Hopefully, these are going to be the subways for an ABC expanded flat, meaning what? By the time that maybe this whole Middle East situation is going to be over, we are probably going to witness a bounce back and hopefully continue our move to the upside. Right now, since we are under this very important area of resistance from weekly and daily time frame, between 39 to about 47 cents. I do not believe, despite the fact that I'm bullish, I do not believe that in Ondo we are having a long opportunity. We should just set this one out and see what is going to happen in the short term, and are we going to finally get a break of this very important god awful resistance area. Because the moments that we break this thing, I'm gonna say probably our move on the upside in Ondo is going to accelerate quite a bit, since above here we really do not have like a whole lot of strong resistances. But before we do all that good stuff, I think first we need to go down a little bit more. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Ondo. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.